BMW G Series BDC2 All Keys Lost, Hidden Risks with Yanhua ACDP Explained. Hey everyone, welcome back to Baabji Motors, your trusted hub for everything related to automobile diagnostics, ECU programming, and advanced automotive tools. Before we begin, here's a quick but important disclaimer to keep everything transparent and professional. This video is created solely for educational and informational purposes. Everything I'll share today is meant to help mechanics, technicians, and automobile enthusiasts understand the technical aspects of BMW Diagnostics, specifically focusing on BDC2 and all-key loss situations. We always follow fair use guidelines, so whenever you see images, references, or mentions of brand names, remember that they are only used for the purpose of education and review. All copyrights and trademarks belong to their respective owners. And of course, I always recommend following manufacturer instructions and local laws before attempting any work on vehicles. Now, before we dive deep into today's important subject, let me ask you a quick question. Did you know that when you use Yanhua ACDP to perform an all-keys loss procedure on BMW G Series BDC2, it could completely block dealer key usage in the future? That's right. It's a hidden risk most people don't realize until it's too late. Comment below if you already knew about this risk or if this is news to you. Also, just a small but heartfelt request. Most of you watch Baabji Motors videos but forget to subscribe, and it only takes a second. Subscribing helps keep this channel alive and motivates me to keep bringing you fresh updates and real-world automotive knowledge. Let's set a challenge together. 10,000 likes and 1,000 comments within the next 24 hours. If you find this video helpful, smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you really appreciate the effort that goes into making these videos, consider using the Super Thanks option to support Baabji Motors. With that said, let's get straight into it. So, here's the situation with the Yanhua Mini ACDP and BMW G Series BDC2 modules when performing an all keys lost (AKL) operation. While the ACDP tool does indeed support this function, it's not as straightforward as many people think. There are major risks and limitations involved, and if you're not aware of them, you could end up in a very tricky position later. First and foremost, the all keys loss function on BDC2 is designed only as an emergency solution. It is not meant to be used as a permanent fix for key loss, and one of the biggest drawbacks is that it will affect official BMW dealer services. If at any point the owner decides to go back to the dealership for a replacement key, they may face complications because the system will no longer accept an official dealer key after this procedure. The second point is critical. When you perform this AKL procedure, it modifies the original IMMO, immobilizer, information of the vehicle. That means the vehicle is no longer in its factory original state. Now, if the owner later wishes to restore the car back to its original IMMO configuration, they will need to order a brand new key from the BMW dealer. But here's the catch. You won't be able to just use that dealer key directly. You'll need to go back to ACDP, and only with their assistance can you restore the original IMMO data so that the dealer key functions properly again. Now, a lot of people ask whether this method affects hybrid or electric BMWs, and the answer is no. The ACDP all-key loss function for BDC2 does not work on BMW hybrid or electric models. This is a very important limitation to note, especially for technicians working on a wide range of vehicles. Another major technical point, the AKL solution doesn't change the ISN, individual serial number. Instead, it modifies the EEPROM data. It essentially resets the BDC2, ECU, and TCU. That might sound harmless at first, but here's where it becomes a real issue. Imagine a scenario where you perform this AKL operation for an owner. Later, that owner decides to sell the car, and the new buyer wants to purchase an official dealer key. Unfortunately, that new dealer key will never work with the car because the ACDP solution has already modified the original data. This can create huge frustration for the new owner, and it's something every technician needs to warn their customers about beforehand. There's also another restriction worth noting. Once you use ACDP to perform all keys lost on a BDC2, the module becomes locked. This means that any future keys bought from the dealer won't function. Unless you're the original technician who made the key using ACDP, no new keys can be added later without contacting ACDP directly. Essentially, the vehicle becomes tied to the ACDP system and dealer solutions become blocked. To summarize this risk clearly, after this procedure, ACDP will not accept any dealer key. If the vehicle owner tries to order a new key from BMW, it simply won't work. The only way forward would be to get ACDP involved again to restore the modules to a state where dealer keys can function. So, what does the recovery process look like if the owner insists on getting a dealer key after an AKL operation has been performed? It's a multi-step process. Step 1 is to read the BDC2 key. Next, you need to read the IMMO data from the dealer key. After that, write this dealer key IMMO data back into the BDC2. Once this is complete, you'll physically get into the car and program the dealer key, ensuring that the ignition can turn on. After that, you must write the DME ISN so the car can successfully start. Finally, the transmission data needs to be cleared to complete the process. Only after these steps will the dealer key function again. As you can see, the entire process is quite complex and not something a casual user should attempt without a full understanding of what they're doing. This is why professional-level caution is absolutely necessary when using ACDP for BDC2 all-keys law solutions. Now, bringing this all together, what we've learned is that while the Yanhua ACDP tool does provide a way to recover from an all-keys law scenario on BMW G Series BDC2 vehicles, it comes with heavy limitations. This solution is only meant for emergencies, and it has long-term consequences on dealer services, key programming, and vehicle resale. For technicians, this means always giving the customer a clear picture before carrying out the procedure. And for vehicle owners, it's important to understand that once you go down this route, you're locking yourself into the ACDP ecosystem. If you ever need dealer support again, extra steps will be required, and even then, not everything may return to normal. So, let's circle back to the question I asked at the start. Did you know that performing an all-keys lost operation with ACDP on BMW BDC2 modules will block future dealer key usage? The answer is yes, it does. Personally, I think this is both a clever and risky aspect of aftermarket tools. On one hand, they provide flexibility in emergencies, but on the other, they can complicate official dealer services down the line. What do you think about this trade-off? Do you believe the convenience of emergency solutions outweighs the risks of losing official dealer support? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. Before we close, here's a unique tip from the auto world. Many technicians don't realize that modern BMW keys do more than just start the car. They also carry encrypted immobilizer data that communicates directly with multiple control units. That's why tools like ACDP are powerful, but also risky, because they directly interfere with these encrypted communications. Always weigh the short-term fix against the long-term consequences. With that, let's wrap this up. Huge thanks to all my regular viewers and subscribers. Your loyalty is what keeps Baabji Motors going strong. If you haven't subscribed yet, please take a second to do it now. Let's hit our target of 10,000 likes and 1,000 comments in the first 24 hours. Drop your thoughts below, share this video with your friends, and if you really found this helpful, consider leaving a super thanks to support the channel. Thanks for watching till the end, and until next time, happy diagnosing.